Lads, no, what are you doing? Stop it. Nope. Hello, funky fresh felines. Welcome to EmKay. How you feeling? I'm pretty sad myself. Just kidding. I don't feel anything anymore. In Germany, escaping prison is not punishable by law. The desire to escape is considered human nature, and inmates will not be punished if they successfully do so.
That's a lie. In America, the minimum sentence for attempting escape is 2 years in prison. I worked in law enforcement for years and have a law degree.
I'm sure no one's doubting that about you, Nancy, but we can certainly doubt your eyesight. PayPal told customer her death breached its rules. PayPal wrote to a woman who had died of cancer, saying her death had breached its rules and that it might take legal action as a consequence. What? How? Why? What? What did she do with PayPal that made them want to go after her beyond the grave? Like, damn, businesses are ruthless sometimes. Libby graduated obedience training, then promptly proceeded to eat her certificate. No, I will not hate on this. This is cute. Look how cute the doggo is in his hat. Come on. Don't be mad at her, please. Spain's Postal Service attempted Pride Month and helping with COVID-19. Let's paint our products rainbow and just leave a little sign plaque. There we go. We're doing it. Remember to buy our stuff. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. A website hiring professional protesters. It's not a conspiracy theory. Protestjobs.com. This is a satire site and conservatives are idiots for thinking it's real. Americans need you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. They're the same picture. Hey, leave the Americans alone. I'm kidding, of course. More, please. I'm not saying climate scientists are stupider than me or anything. We both know they are. But they get paid to believe in this stuff. It's in the name. Climate science. If they turned around and said, actually, there's nothing to see here, then they'd stop getting funding. So obviously they're going to propagate the story, and your CO2 point doesn't make sense. How could the Earth be in perfect balance, but a tiny bit more CO2 is going to ruin everything? Well, I mean, look at the damage one extra chromosome has done to you. Wow, just wrecked him, didn't he? Practicing social distancing, no signing in required. During this time, we will request everyone to remain a good distance from the window. We will verbally check you in. If you have paperwork to fill out, please place the used pencils in the cup. Thank you for understanding, TSA management. Mario, can you call the marketing team for me? Just let them know they're fired. Undercover cops posing as drug buyers are arrested by undercover cops posing as drug dealers. Taxpayers.
Well, this right here is exactly why I set up an offshore tax haven.
Black bear spotted in parking garage at Union Depot in St. Paul, Minnesota. But by all means, let's abolish the police. Would love to see a social worker take care of this one. Dipstain, that's what animal control is for. Police don't arrest bears. Thinking about the artist who had to design this stupid infographic. Top 5 essential jobs, doctor and nurse. Top 5 non-essential jobs, artist and telemarketer. What inspired you to create this? Money. It's actually amazing how much artistry gets ignored or bagged out, and yet we rely on it so much for entertainment or just distraction from our own depressive lives. Like, sure, career-wise it is a struggle, and you shouldn't expect to be a millionaire by 30. In fact, statistically, becoming super rich and famous in whatever artistry you pursue is actually quite impossible. But if you are someone that tries to shut down or discourage someone in their creative pursuits, yeah, you don't deserve to have them in your life. Good morning, everyone, except Sesame Street and CNN. No kid at that age they're into Elmo needs to be talking about racism, especially via cable news. This is brainwashing and child abuse. Waking up furious because a puppet told children that racism is bad. Yeah, how do people like this not see the issue when they react so defensively when someone is just educating another person about things like racism? And then they'll say they're against racism when really they're not against racism, they're just against their racism being exposed. She did. She said 5G! I told her 5G is less dangerous than a microwave and she just said no. Ask her if she got her info from Facebook, because I know she did. Oh, she did. Ask how that is a reputable source. Can I post this to Reddit? Yes. And they did.
Houston has had 289 deaths from COVID in 2.3 million. New York has had 17,389 in 8 million. Chicago's population is 2.7 million. They've had 6,507 people die. Perspective when you hear the shrill hysteria about how Texas is scary? No, it's not.
South Korea, deaths from COVID, 279 out of 51.64 million. We can always do better. No lost life is insignificant. Not unless the president says so, then apparently it's fair game. Hercules, Hercules, you don't want to be on the receiving end of this gunship, aka the Angel of Death. This is what we have instead of insulin and debt-free college. Nah, but bro, like the big flashy boom booms. I will not comply. 2020 it's the masks, then 2021 is the stylish masks, then 2022 they want the head as well, and then 2023 you have to cover everything. Is this how idiots acted when seatbelts were invented? They protested over their right to die in a crash? My god, wear the mask! Anyone remember that movie Idiocracy? Yeah, it's frighteningly incredibly realistic now, isn't it? President Trump. These are the people, the best, the smartest, and they've come up with the AIDS vaccine. There is no AIDS vaccine. Over 118,741 Americans have died from the coronavirus, as we reported so far. Our country's epidemic response was led by a man who thinks that there is a vaccine for HIV or AIDS. Let that sink in. Ooh, wow. I don't even know how to react to this. This is... Oh boy, I can't wait to see how that kid turns out. Just looking at the father and then looking how the kid is posed, I'm not surprised. No, you can't make jokes about anything anymore. No, you just can't be racist anymore, buddy. 2-star review for the Kings Canyon National Parks. No Starbucks, no Wi-Fi to be found, and poor to no cell reception. Wouldn't recommend wasting your time here. This cannot have been a serious review. Like, color me shocked that there's no Starbucks at a national park. What the hell? Arizona sheriff who refused to enforce lockdown restrictions has COVID-19. Oh, look at him smile. He definitely ain't anymore. What is something that you believe the president has done well? I'm not really sure. I just support him. Wow. And that person has the right to vote. That's what I just find so frustrating. Honestly, I think you should have to submit like homework or some sort of assignment that proves you actually did your research with your political parties. Unless you can submit that stuff, you can't vote. Just kick him out. Don't care. Don't care, it's kind of taking away their basic human rights and stuff. Who cares? Nah, that's fine. Markings on a Ward Parkway drain since March. Is this a symbol of gang territory? What is the best way to clean or safely remove? Hey, those are utility markings. You can contact KCMO 311 about work being done in the area. Shocking. Spray paint actually used as spray paint? Norway. They require 3 years of training to become a police officer. Between 2002 and 2016, they had 4 fatalities caused by police. Finland. 3-year degree is required to become a police officer. 7 people were killed by police between 2000 and 2018. Germany. 2 years of training to become a police officer. 267 people have died by police shootings since 1990. USA. You need a high school diploma and approximately 21 weeks of training. 1,004 were killed in 2019 alone. It's almost as if like some sound education is missing here. Quaker Oats to drop popular Aunt Jemima brand after it was labeled racist on social media. Because we shouldn't have such a warm and friendly black woman representing such sweet mapley goodness and forming fond childhood memories. They're probably going to replace her with waspy wino Aunt Karen and her kale jelly. I do find this kind of weird that with all this stuff happening, companies and people are doing everything but what they're actually asking for. Like, screw police reform, let's take down black figures. What the hell? I mean, I get the blackface thing, sure, but like stuff like this, like, oh boy, yay, history's fixed now, well done, we've made life better for black people. No, you haven't. Anyone who would sign a COVID-19 waiver in order to attend a rally to hear about how COVID-19 isn't a big deal anymore is a special kind of stupid, don't you think? I think it also goes to the point of just genuine fear. Like, the existence is so unnerving that they'd prefer to avoid the issue entirely. It's understandable, but of course not excusable. I was going to correct someone's spelling when I realized that I don't give a crap if someone else is illiterate. As long as I make sure to use proper spelling and grammar, all is good. You forgot to capitalize your I's. If trying to have sex with a 14-year-old is a crime, then lock me up. It literally is a crime. I'm bored. I'm chalk. We should get together. I'm bored. Like, I don't have anything to do, not bored. Like a chalkboard. Learn to spell check. Oh god, I hope you don't breed. Keto is racist. I can't prove it, but just gives me white supremacy vibes. To be honest, any diet or anything that promotes weight loss is oppressive. I rest my case, Your Honor. Well, there you go, folks. If you found any kind of actor in Hollywood who's been forced to get super toned and ripped or super skinny and thin for the sake of a role, if you found them attractive, you're an oppressive monster. After seeing half a country actively reject wearing a mask during a pandemic, I would like to apologize to the filmmakers of every horror movie ever made for calling their characters unbelievably dumb for going to the murder basement. Yeah, we should just retitle the genre of horror to reality. Eric Andre says middle-aged white people at Netflix wanted to cut a police skit from his special. No, I don't. Ooh, Brooklyn vegan caught out on your BS. The President of the United States, left, we feel like we need to make that clear, unfortunately. A picture of Earth before and after your opinion. They're the same picture. Your meme's dumb. Street racing is not a crime. Yes, officer, I did see the speed limit sign. I just didn't see you. Yeah, this is the car, by the way. Ironic. Hey, we had this in the Mad Lads video as well. For anyone who didn't see it, this guy basically tricked people into sending him chocolate instead of bacon because he's Muslim. Like, they actually thought that maybe he'd find it offensive or insulting. I mean, that, or as I originally thought, maybe it was just people being kind and playing along with the joke. Either way, it's ridiculous. like, have your political differences, sure, but this is just dumb for people to actually go out of the way to be sending bacon in the first place. Apparently, it took 3 of my aunts way too long to figure out why the candle wouldn't light. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but wouldn't them try to set that alight technically cause some sort of electrical fire and stuff too? Like, I'm pretty sure you saved their life by fixing that. After Columbine, over 10,000 school police officers were hired just in case a school shooting happened. 2 decades later, they haven't stopped a single school shooting. Instead, they've arrested over 1 million kids, mostly students of color, for routine behavior violations. Now, this is just a tweet. Just take it at face value. Don't take it as a full source yet, but, you know, it's still something that clearly needs to be read up on and looked into. If you're not old enough to consent to sex, how can you be old enough to say if you're gay or bi or straight? Yeah, double standards. We aren't old enough to consent to sex until we are 18 in most places. I don't know about you, but I had my first crush when I was in prec. But did you not have your first crush or girlfriend until you were 18? I feel like you tried hard to make a point here, but there isn't one. Yeah, this person clearly needs to realize that there's a difference between having sex with someone and your sexuality. Just because sex is in that word doesn't mean you need to get it to actually know what you want. Also, whoever screenshotted this with their pirate version of Facebook, I love you. I miss this. Is it still a thing on Facebook? I thought they removed it. Married couple waiting for children didn't realize they had to have sex to make a baby. Whoa! Talk about a sheltered childhood. Far out. Apparently there's a story from this book, who the writer is an NHS health visitor. That's interesting. I'd imagine there'd be many, fun tales. Martin McGrail shares a point. The statue was erected for his philanthropy in Bristol, not his crimes in the slave trade. But Matt gives a great rebuttal. Hi, Martin. Am I alright building a statue of Jimmy Savile in your front garden? For his charity work, obviously, not his pedophilia. Oh, that is so chaotic neutral. Putting up statues of known pedophiles everywhere. And those who are hypocritical about hating those statues can just get slapped in the face with a bit of irony. Assassin's Creed Odyssey lets you be as gay as you want. This takes place in ancient Greece, right? The Greeks followed religious doctrine, so they would kill somebody for being gay. Therefore, if this series, which prides itself in its historical realism, apart from characters having an impact, is gonna add this, it's wrong. LOL, you think ancient Greece wasn't gay? I know ancient Greece followed Christianity. Oh buddy, a simple Google search completely dismisses your entire claim. Also, I kinda love the fact that saying ancient Greece is so gay isn't really a negative slur, because it's kind of factual. It's so gay. In the best way. How's your forehead doing? Thanks for watching a bit of EmKay today. Please like the video if you enjoyed today's content, and if you're new to the channel, why not subscribe and click that notification bell so you can join along with the fam and see when the latest videos come out. Feel free to check out some more videos on the channel, and with all that said, my name's been Jack, you're an amazing person, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!